And welcome everybody to AlexNav.com, where we're going through the best games of 2015, and we are on best strategy game for 2015.
Yeah. Let's talk about your choice, Super Mario Maker.
I did put Super Mario Maker.
I don't know how that got on the list.
Interesting choice.
It's a strategy game. What's the strategy on that?
Trying to make... actually, in a weird way, it makes sense.
it.
Trying to make a level that other people can't beat. But I don't know, is that...
I think I went way too deep on the strategy of that, and I was just like thinking about like, yeah, dude, and I think I was in the mindset of the stages I was making is like that you had to hit like this shell into this thing to hit that, and in the vein of Mario, that doesn't exist, but like in my head, like those were the things that I was doing, and I was like, oh, it's kind of like a strategy game, because I was trying to go back through the strategy games I was playing this year, and I didn't really hit too many strategy games on the head, but I was like, well, there's a little strategy to this, like on how you build the level. But when we think of a traditional strategy game, I don't think that's anywhere near, because we got like Civilizations, we got like
like Galactic Civilizations 3, which is my choice for strategy
and
game.
like if you want to talk strategy game, that's way more of a strategy than
that's
you
the
build
most
some dickhead level.
Yeah, like that's the most in-depth space simulation game you could possibly have, and it's a really cool game. I've talked about it a lot. I love it. It's a good 4X game where you're in space. You're running you start off as an empire and you're trying to battle all these other empires for resources, and you're taking over planets. And you're getting fleets. It's basically like you're building your own Star Wars universe.
Oh, that's like a lot of fun then.
It's amazingly fun, and you're taking over planets and
resources.
And there's like a Jedi Council, which is like the World Council. And like you can do espionage. I'm selling it as Star Wars. It has nothing to do with Star Wars.
You're just trying to.
Yeah, but it has like spies and stuff like that. It's a really cool game that you can lose if you start playing it at like 8 in the morning. All of a sudden, it's like 6 in the morning the next day. You lose 22 hours of your life. Like Civilization, it's like you just want to do one more turn because you want to be like, oh, can I get that planet? Oh, can I kill those guys? And your days are gone. It's just a game I hate turning on because I know it's going to destroy my entire weekend.
And it did a good job of like capturing the strategy and building on it. Like that game is a crazy in-depth game. Like that, the final, like the third version of it, I guess.
It's weird because you like go to like you. I'm staying very high level, but you can go into like a planet and you can take over its resources and you can you can terraform the planet and have it do more industrial versus more agriculture, and based on the solar system you land in. That can change the whole face of the game, and it's a really good strategy game. But as much as I think I love that game, I love the strategy in Little Steam World Heist just as much.
Which
on a totally different level. It's a totally different kind of strategy game.
It's a not as micromanagey, I guess, but there's a lot of strategy in like when you do missions and you only have 2 dudes that you can take in with you.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like who are you gonna bring in with you? You're gonna bring in a guy with a ton of health. You're gonna take just like this little weenie guy. Do you take like long range weapons? Like there's a lot of ways you can look at approaching it. Otherwise, you can just roll in there with overpowered characters and just like dismantle it. But you know, you're gonna have to play all those other levels to do it. And then you know, what weapons do you take? What weapons do you keep on your character? Like, you know, are those good? And like you got to keep researching out loot and like. I don't know, the angles and stuff on how to hit guys, like there's strategy trying to like bounce ricochet shots and stuff. Dude.
Oh yeah, like or do you move and shoot, or do you shoot and move? Do you like open this door? Do you let all your guys get into position? There's like everything you do in that game has a consequence.
Or waste a turn to put on a smoke thing, like a smoke screen on your character. Or waste a turn to put on like an invincibility shield and protect your team. Or shit, all that didn't work out because now this dude like moved away and
the turrets are all out.
Dude, you just wasted a turn in the turret system, like. And threat levels, like all the enemies coming out after you after like 8 turns because you didn't move fast enough because you were trying to lay back in the cut. Now you're getting swarmed, dude. There's
forgetting that the whole goal is the heist to go in, get in, and get out.
Yeah, get the loot, get the heck out of there, dude. And you're over there. Yeah, I'm over there dancing around, like jamming to the tunes, dude, and
putting your smoke
screens.
I like this song. Man, I don't want to fight right now. I just want to dance.
Dancing in my smoke screen, dude.
Yeah, so it's a tough call between. I think of all those strategy games, there was a. Civilization Beyond Earth had the expansion Rising Tide. Played that. I didn't love it that much. I love Civilization, but Galactic Civilization has nothing to do with that, and I think is much better to me.
Galactic Civilization sounds crazy in depth, and
if you have the time and you want to get into, there's like a lot of people complain that there's a lot of things missing from this one that weren't in the second one, which they've added in via patches. But it's just the sheer scope of this game is just so impressive to me. And I don't play a ton of strategy games, but when I do, I like to get lost in the world, and I like to make my own like universe and pretend these things are me and I'm trying to take over the world, and like how would I do it? Am I gonna be military, or am I just gonna try to make everyone love me?
Yeah, are you gonna steal everyone's resources, or are you gonna give them resources?
I'm always trying to build the biggest weapon to blow up people's planets and stuff like
Death
that.
Star.
Oh, another relation back, huh?
Huh.
I think
That's
I know what you're gonna
interesting.
be doing this weekend.
Yeah, it's a really cool game. But I love SteamWorld Heist so much.
I do, but when I start thinking about it, I've been able to dismantle some of that stuff in that game pretty easily without too much strategy after a while. Unfortunately, because like the progression is there where you can kind of like you're just going through the stages and all of a sudden you're too powerful, and then you kind of can just steamroll the dudes. Whereas in, like, Galactic Civilization, I don't feel like you could do that. Maybe you can.
You can, but there's times when you're forming alliances, right? Like you're like, I'm gonna form. You and I are gonna take on this guy. And then you're like, you know what, fuck you, I don't like you anymore, I'm going to take you on. And you get into stalemates. And you can see, like, races to different galaxies that no one's been to. Like, I'm going to get it before the bad guy so that my territory extends. It's just this... It was just an amazing game, and I love it, and I want it to win.
And I do like SteamWorld's strategy level, but when I think about a strategy game that I want to tell people that, like, dude, you like strategy games, you need to get into this. It's good. It's a good strategy game.
If you like Civilization, if you like space, if you like micromanaging,
you like Star Wars,
and you just love the idea of creating your own space opera, like, I could not recommend this game more. It's one of my favorite games of the year.
I'm probably going to go with that over SteamWorld Heist just because I feel like there's a little bit more strategy to that than there is to SteamWorld, which I could probably just make up, like, oh, dude, you can do this and this and this, but I mean, you could just...
A little limited, sounds like.
Yeah, compared to this, where, dude, I just want to take over a whole fucking planet and, like, steal other resources and do sorts of all crazy shit, dude. So, I'm going to go with Galactic Civilization. I think you sold me on that, too, a little bit. Close second on
I'm going to go with Star
SteamWorld.
Wars as well.
Star Wars Civilization 3. So there you guys go on AlexandApp.com. The best strategy game for 2015, Galactic Civilization 3, available only on PC, right?
PC only.
PC Elitist.
Elitist,
Join
get
us.
ready.